Okay, we're going to now learn how to use the Shapes tools. If you press with your mouse, hold on to the mouse for about 2 seconds, out will pop a set of subtools or another list of tools, and I'm going to go to the very end and tear it off, and we're going to learn how to use these tools. Okay, here we go. First tool that we are going to learn is the rectangle tool. Make sure down at your swatches that you have a line of black with a fill of none. I'm going to hold my shift key down and I'm going to create a perfect square. There we go. Now, using the selection tool, you can, and holding the shift key down again, you can reduce your rectangle or square or enlarge it. Okay. You can also take that and distort it by making a very thin rectangle or an expanded rectangle. You can go to the ends here and see this little switching configuration, and you can rotate your shape. Okay, all right. That's pretty simple. By the way, you can also fill it with a color. So I'm just going to go back to my swatches, flip the line of black to a fill of black, and a fill of none to a line of none. And as you can see, now we have a rectangle filled with color. All right, next thing we're going to, or I should say next tool we're going to use will be the, I call it the bull-nosed tool. They call it a rounded rectangle tool. So let's go ahead and create that. I'll hold my shift key down again so we get a perfect little bull-nosed rectangle or square. And the cool thing is that you can change the radiuses of these bull-nosed areas. For instance, if you go up to this area here and you double click or click one time on the tool and then on the outside double click, out will pop a dialog box, and you can see that it says width heights is exactly the same because it's a square, 4.1235 by 4.1235, so it is a square. But here the radius, you can change the radius of the corner. So what I'll do is I'll highlight my copy, and right now it's 0.1667. I'm going to go 0.25, which is a quarter of an inch, and now it will make an additional rectangle, but you can see now that it looks different. It's more radiused. Okay, and I can do that again. Let me go ahead and select that, go back to my radius tool and click once again, and now this time I'm going to put it in 0.5, and now the rectangle is going to be much more rounded. So that is something that is really, really cool when you use this bull-nosed rectangle tool. Okay? All right, let me go ahead and get rid of those and let's move right along. Now you have the sphere or the circle tool. There it is. Very basically, it makes perfect circles. It also makes ovals, whether it be a vertical oval or a horizontal oval. It very basically makes all different configurations of cylindrical objects, or not cylindrical objects, but some type of circle configuration. All right, another thing that you can do, remember that they have handles. Each one of these can be manipulated by using the direct selection tool. As you can see, I just kind of created a configuration there, and you can do that with almost anything when it comes to any of these vector-based shapes. You can always use the direct selection tool to modify them, and as well the selection tool, you can of course reduce your images or enlarge your images. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete those, and let's move right on to the other tools. Now, a really neat tool is this polygon shapes tool. When you click on it, it will very basically give you a polygon shape. Okay. However, if you click on this and click on the outside, you will notice that it comes up with a polygon configuration. We know polygon as being many sides. So if we wanted to create a triangle, all we have to type in is 3 sides, and voila, you get yourself a triangle, as you can see here. Okay, you can, once again, you can enlarge the triangle once you make it. You can enlarge it, you can adjust it, you can make it an inverted triangle like so. Okay, very cool. Polygon Shapes tool is a very cool tool. If I click again, you can, if you want to have something that had 9 sides, it'll come up with 9 sides like that. So you can continue, and you can really get any shape that has sides to it. And once again, you can manipulate it utilizing the direct selection tool. Okay, all right. The next one is your star tool. If you click on the outside, you can create a star at any shape that you, or at any point that you want. A normal star is usually 5 points. You can put in 4 points and see what you get. You get some type of little configuration like this. That's kind of neat. And then you can manipulate it. For instance, using the direct selection tool, you can really make some really neat designs with the star tool, as well as the direct selection tool. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on it again, and I'm going to show you how to make a starburst. Let's say I type in 15 points, and look at my starburst now. It has all these points, but now what you can do is you can modify it once again using the direct selection tool. So you can kind of create a really neat thing with that as well. So you can really create, as a novice or as a professional graphic designer, some really neat things with utilizing these shapes tools. Okay, the last one I really don't get too involved with. Basically, this is what it'll do. It'll create kind of a spirally type of effect. I try to stay away from a lot of the special effects in Adobe Illustrator. It's hard for processing, and it's also in a filtering mode. And when you try to print it out to a laser printer, you have issues. When you try to print it out with a image setter, you also have issues. So I usually try to stay with the simple tools rather than using the filter tools. Okay, I think that is all we have today. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.